And just one more, just for get some singles. Thank you. Okay. But can you just tilt it down just a hair? It has to do with reflection. And I'm gonna. Okay, one more. Okay.
That's one of my favorites. I like it better than
Give us a big smile now, huh? Let me zoom in on you.
How are you?
Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
Guys, you look beautiful.
Right there. All right, now say Marilyn Monroe. Okay, now, here's the first question. How far did you travel to be here today?
I traveled from the infamous Valley, somewhere where actually Marilyn lived in many different locations in the Valley, so it's a wonderful place to be from.
I came from Toronto, Canada.
From Lawndale, California.
I live in Santa Monica, which isn't too far away.
I'm originally from Ireland.
How did you like the memorial service?
Oh, it was beautiful. It is every year. So incredibly grateful to Greg and of course Scott as well that organized just such a beautiful, honorable tribute to Marilyn. And it's an amazing experience each year, and I'm so blessed to be able to attend every year.
Fantastic. It's great to meet all these Marilyn Monroe fans and to hear the the eulogy that was given at her funeral, to meet Greg, to meet Scott, to meet some Marilyn Monroe impersonators, and it's been great.
Oh, it's always a beautiful service. I've been coming for about 10 years now.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, definitely committed to being here every year.
I liked it. I really liked the flowers that the people gave her. They're beautiful.
I loved it. I love how they come from all the four corners of the world to celebrate Marilyn's life.
How many of these memorials have you attended?
Maybe I would say at least probably half a dozen.
This is my first.
I think this is my third one.
In this lifetime? I think I've been to maybe 5.
How do you like this reception?
Oh, it's wonderful. This is actually officially today my 3rd year being officially a member of our wonderful club. And so it's just wonderful to be here and to be with all of our friends and so many people who love Marilyn so very much.
Fantastic. It's neat that the entire house is filled with people who all have something to do with Marilyn.
Oh, it's beautiful. Just having everybody share their stories with Marilyn, and hearing the very emotional eulogy from Lee Strasberg, and just having everybody gather around together for her.
Oh, well, Greg, the host, is so gracious that we ran out of food, but that's okay. But just meeting the same people over the years, and you become friends with them, and that's the nice part about it.
It was beautiful. Greg Schreiner always hosts he's the most amazing host every year.
What's your favorite Marilyn movie?
Let's see, there's so many. I love them all so much. Gentlemen prefer blondes.
That's a hard one. I think she was exceptional in Niagara. The funniest one for me is Some Like It Hot. How to Marry a Millionaire is great. And, I can't decide. I guess Some Like It Hot is my favorite.
I like it some like it hot. That's always my favorite.
Monica?
Oh my God, that for me it's a very hard one. All her movies are very lovely. I always enjoy her.
Yeah.
I think maybe The Misfits might be my favorite. I feel like it's a bit different with her, and just you could see a different side of her acting, and yeah.
But stop. I mean, she was fantastic. She's adorable. Right on.
I want to say the Prince and the Showgirl. I feel like she was like a little girl in that movie.
What do you think was the real cause of Marilyn's death?
It's so interesting because it's such a very, very challenging subject for so many people. I believe at the time of Marilyn's death, a lot of people felt it was a tragic accident, that she was so very distraught at the time that it just led to a very tragic accident. But now, as time moves on and we have more information and more people come forward and more people really evaluate the situation and the times, it's really become a mystery as to what really happened. And I know several people are now like really diving into that and trying to investigate. So I always welcome and encourage any kind of new information and new investigation and to see what really happened.
I think it was a conspiracy to murder her, tied in with either the FBI, the CIA, or the government of some sort. The president. I don't think she accidentally overdosed.
I rather not discuss her death. I just feel like it should. Let's not worry about her death and how she died. Let's just keep continuing on celebrating her and happy thoughts on Marilyn.
You feel the same way, Monia?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I haven't really researched it, but I've heard recently that it was a suicide. I don't know. I don't. I think she was unhappy. It could have been some kind of suicide. I don't know what was going on in her life at that time. I mean, I guess she was truly alone at that time in her life and lonely. I don't know.
You know, I do have a lot of thoughts about that. I really do think that Marilyn had a lot to live for. I'm not really sure about the end time, but I do believe that she wanted to live.
How many times was Marilyn married?
3 times.
Oh, let's see. Jim Doherty, Joe DiMaggio, Arthur Miller, and then affairs with Eve Montaigne. I guess 3. Am I right?
3 times.
3.
For real? Really? 3.
Did she have many romances?
Yes. Many, 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 many romances. She was Marilyn Monroe. Who didn't love her? Who didn't want to romance her?
Oh, countless. Sure.
Were you one of them?
In a previous life, perhaps. I wasn't born when she died, though. So, no.
That's kind of hard to say. Because, in all honesty, we weren't there, so we don't really know. But for sure, 3 marriages, so.
Romances? Outside of marriage? Outside of marriage? I really don't know. I mean, dalliances like the Kennedys. I remember there's a picture of her which went to Mexico. Some Mexican guy. I don't know. Wow, that's a good one.
Oh, maybe as many as me. I wish.
And finally, what would you like to say to all the other Marilyn fans watching this video?
Oh, I share my heart and my soul with you in being an incredible Marilyn Monroe fan, and it's just such an honor to come together all over the whole entire world and just honor the beautiful memory of Marilyn Monroe, who was so amazing and talented and beautiful, and she gave us all so much back then and of course now and forever.
I think it's fantastic that we're all, I was saying to Greg, I think it's great that we're all kind of united in our appreciation of Marilyn for whatever reason it is. We all have there's something special about Marilyn that unites all of us all over the world, and that's the wonderful thing. It's great.
Keep a good thought for Marilyn, always.
I mean, she was great. I mean, she brought beauty to the screen, and we loved her for it. We did. You know, she was special.
I want to say, please keep a good thought for Marilyn, and please support the investigation that they open in her memory to overturn the suicide verdict. And listen to Goodnight Marilyn Radio. Isn't it delicious?